Hello, everybody. Welcome to Real Life Healing, the Teach, Learn, and Connect on Tuesday night. My name is Lane Adams, and I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate in San Diego, California. And I'm looking forward to talking tonight about energy, essential energy. We all need energy, and we're going to see how our lifestyle and doTERRA together can support the energy production in our body and in our mind as well. So I encourage you to, if you have a piece of paper and a pencil, if you want to jot things down, if you have a question, you can put it in the chat just so you don't forget it. And then at the end, we'll unmute and go through the questions and things like that. But I just wanted to start out with, when you start talking about any topic and you start talking about, and we're looking at doTERRA essential oils and products, you realize that, again, everything is connected. And as you think, okay, that's enough, then you remember one more thing that will be really helpful. So this is not going to include every single possible thing that could support your energy. However, I think it's a good start. So, and the most important thing is to start. So I love this quote: the single biggest difference between people who get what they want and people who don't is energy. And that was a psychotherapist, Mira Kirschenbaum. She's also a clinician. And, you know, we often hear people complain about not having enough energy to do what they want to do in their day, to reach their goals, to just even when they go on vacation, oh, we wanted to do this, but we were too tired and things like that. So oftentimes you hear people, oh, I wanted to do that, but I didn't have enough energy, or I didn't feel like doing it, which is usually energy as well. So we often hear people complaining about that, but we need energy for even simple things. So in order to do everything from walking around to completing a task in the house or at work, or even for kids completing schoolwork, all of those basic activities, even like brushing teeth, requires a certain amount of energy. And we were just speaking about that before we started. So energy is very important. So why is it essential? Well, energy is essential, first of all, for our metabolic functioning. We need energy for our metabolic functioning in our body. We've been talking a lot about that. If you're around doTERRA at all in the last month or so since convention, you'll know that we've been talking about metabolic functioning quite a bit. And metabolic health affects everything. And at its core, it is our body using fuel, like the food we give it, to create the building blocks that our body needs to generate the energy required to run the cellular processes in our body, which are basically just about everything that happens. We need energy for. Energy helps with digestion and absorption. So when you're eating and when you're digesting, it requires energy. And you've all heard about that. Like if you eat a big meal and then you try to go do a fast walk or a run or something like that, you know, your legs really feel it because your body is using its energy to digest, and your muscles aren't getting what they need because the energy is going to digestion and absorption, which is super important when we look at what we eat and if we're actually absorbing it. For cognitive function, we need energy. We've all known plenty of times we're too tired to think about it, whatever it is, too tired to problem solve or whatever the thing is. So our brain needs energy to think and to function. Healing, when our body is healing, we need energy. And we were just speaking about this as well. When you have an injury, you need energy to heal the injury in your body. Our nervous system will collapse without energy. And you've seen people that have nervous breakdowns and things like that. Oftentimes they are exhausted and they don't have the proper energy in their body to continue. And so it goes kind of awry. Our heart and our circulatory system also require energy to keep pumping and moving the blood and oxygen through our body. And then our muscles and our immune system and our hormones, they all need energy to work properly. And so when like something like our immune system, if our immune system is weak, our body's working so hard to fight against maybe the threats to our immune system that it uses up a lot of energy and you can find yourself tired. So energy is very essential for all cellular function, as I'm sure you're aware of that, and that's why you're here today. We all do get tired sometimes, but what if you can't shake off that feeling of not having enough energy to get through the day, even after a good night's sleep? 1 in 5 people spend their days feeling unusually tired, and 1 in 10 have long-term low energy. Back in the day, I remember people talking about chronic fatigue syndrome and things like that, and even adrenal fatigue. A lot of these are words we use that maybe don't have an actual medical diagnosis, but they are obviously describing what's happening in the body and what's happening to make someone feel so exhausted. If you're always feeling exhausted, a number of things could be triggering that lack of energy. And so some of them may surprise you, but these are going to be just some that I found in some of the research that I was doing. One of the reasons we don't have energy is we're possibly eating too much sugar. So that I think we've pretty much established in the last, I don't remember, but I would say 10 years, that we have too much sugar in our diet, and it's a problem. And so eating too much sugar is one reason you might not have energy, because that's not really nutrition. It's sugar is just like giving you fast energy, but it's not nutrition. The next one would be insufficient nutrition, meaning you're not eating enough, or you're not eating enough of the right things. And it is hard to get good nutrition in today's busy world. And also we know that our foods don't have what they used to have in them, even just, from the soil not being as nutrient dense. And then processed foods and things like that can lead to you feel full, but you aren't getting nutrition. That's going to cause you to have low energy. Portion distortion. I thought that was an interesting one. Sometimes eating too much is going to cause you to have low energy, because backing up, we talked about how digestion and absorption require quite a bit of energy. So if we're eating way too much, it's going to make us sleepy and tired. And coming up on the holidays, we all know that on Thanksgiving in the afternoon, it really is a time that you just kind of want to lay down and take a nap. And that's okay every now and again. But overall, not having portion distortion is an important thing. Starting out with eating a little bit less and realizing that you are probably, sufficiently full is a good thing, especially if you're eating healthy, nutrient-dense foods. If you're stressed out, you're suffering from stress, it's going to make you tired. Your brain gets tired, your body gets tired. That's where that adrenal fatigue comes in. Your adrenal glands deal with hormones that are secreted typically during stress. And so if you're stressed out, you are going to feel exhausted. If you have a medical condition, that can cause you to have low energy and to be tired. Not just to mention the actual maybe pain or discomfort, but also even just dealing with a medical condition can make you feel exhausted. And then being dehydrated. That's when, a lot of times we're tired because we just haven't given our body enough water. And one of the things about water is our body may not be absorbing it. So adding a little bit of something to your water is a great idea, like our citrus essential oils, or, a pinch of sea salt, or there's lots of things that you can add. Even a herbal tea bag, just putting it in your water just to add something to the water is going to help your body recognize it and absorb it. So these are just a few reasons why we might not have energy. So the amount of energy we have is really has a lot to do with our mindset. And so it starts with you and your attitude, and we have a lot of control over our energy levels because our vitality and our vibrance are usually, it's based on decisions we've made in our lifestyle. Every now and again, there's something that is out of our control, but the good news is if it's in our control, if we are part of causing it, we can be part of solving it as well. And so I've always loved the doTERRA lifestyle. And, you know, at the bottom, at the base, the biggest portion is nutrition and digestion. And so it's so important that our diet has energy-rich foods every day. And then how are we digesting? And we have so many products to help us with that. And then movement and metabolism. And that's really going to affect our energy. Resting and managing stress, and then the toxicity. Toxicity in your body requires your body to do more work, your detoxifying organs to do more work so that they can get those toxins out of your body, or your body chooses to store the toxins and then it becomes a heavy load for you to carry. And when you're carrying a heavy load, you are going to get more tired more quickly. So because we just mentioned that your energy levels have a lot to do with your mindset and your lifestyle habits, to get more energy, you simply need to develop habits to create and protect it. So that means, you know, it's intentional. You are going to decide, how am I going to have more energy? What am I going to do about it? And then when you figure it out, the things you like to do, and just starting even with small little habits, then you protect those things and you hold true to them. And when your schedule starts filling up, where you start leaving behind the things that you know are giving you energy and helping you, you have to protect those. So it's a everyday decision for each one of us. Here's some things that will help you with energy before we dive into the oils and products. So healthy relationships. Take a moment and think about the people you spend your time with. Are they positive? Are they energetic? Or are they kind of low energy, kind of complaining, seeing the negative side of things? We feed off the people around us. And if you want more energy, you have to kind of spend your time, or most of your time, not all of our time, because sometimes we're called to support and help others as well. But make sure you're spending a good deal of your time with people who are encouraging and who are active. There are many people who could be considered like energy vampires or energy drainers, or negative Nancy's, people say. So you kind of want to limit your time with people like that, or give yourself time to recover and restore when you need to spend time with people like that. And sometimes people just have moments. And so we're all, you know, allowed a little bit of that. But it's really important to look at who you're spending time around, because energy begets energy. So super important. Decide each day that you are awake and alive. So make a decision to have energy every day. Energy has a lot to do with your mindset. I used to say, like, my kids, they knew they had a big soccer game the next day, or they had to get up and go to school or whatever. And one of my children would always say, I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow. And I always used to say, don't say that. Don't tell your brain that you're going to be so tired. And I found myself with that too. I don't really let myself say out loud, I'm going to be so tired. I really watch that, and I try to make sure that I don't set myself up for that. You and I have to decide each day that we are going to have energy and we're going to be vibrant. And you can really feel a difference just making that mindset. Even your voice, if you have a flat inflection, it's going to be kind of monotone and make you feel less energetic. But if you use your voice to attract energy, it's going to bring energy to your body. And the same thing with your posture. If we're slouching and sitting back and laying, on the couch all day long, we're not going to have a lot of energy. But if we sit up and we alert our body and our mind, we're going to feel an improved mood and an increase in energy. Keeping our emotions in check is, oh, nope, that's not next. Sorry, I missed that one. What we are, what we eat. We kind of already talked about that. Nutrition is super important. We are what we eat. We're also not just what we eat, but what we digest and absorb. So doTERRA has so many products to help with digestion and absorption and also nutrition. And we'll just touch on those in the next section. Making sure you're choosing foods that are going to fuel your body. Vegetables, red fruits, all the different colors of the rainbow, and whole foods are the way to go, along with smart supplementation. Strength and endurance, that's another mindset and lifestyle habit that's super important. Strength and endurance require rest. So we have to give our body time to rest. Sleep really does wonders for the body. And when we're sleeping, we are recovering, we're healing, we're detoxifying. Sleep boosts your mental ability and improves loss of body fat. It slows the aging process, and like I said, it improves healing. So really giving yourself the opportunity to get anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep is important. So that's just something to really pay attention to if you're feeling really tired. doTERRA has plenty of ways to support sleep as well. Keep your emotions in check. This is another one for making sure that you have enough energy and you're not zapping your own energy with emotions. Emotional highs and lows will take a toll on you and it will zap your energy. Keep your emotions in check as you move throughout the day, and we have plenty of oils to help with that. Don't stress over the little things. And then finally, daily movement. Daily movement is so important. If you have an office job and you're not able to get up and stretch and move, try to figure out a way to work that in. Take the longer route to the bathroom. Maybe just give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to take a walk, to stretch, to get outside. And it's just important to be intentional about our daily movement. It doesn't necessarily have to be a workout. It can just be hopefully 15 to 20 minutes of daily movement to help with your energy. And I have to say, I noticed with my dad, he passed away, he was almost 98, and he was great until we had 2020 and everything kind of slowed down, and he slowed down because there was nothing to do. And so he wasn't moving that much. And I really saw his energy levels decrease and his body just really slow way down. And so an object in motion stays in motion. So make sure that we get daily movement in. That is super important. So before we go on to the next section, we're going to, I'm just going to let you know how we're going to do that. How can doTERRA help? So I've given you a lot of things about why we need energy, why we don't have energy, and some of the mindset and lifestyle habits that you can implement. But how can doTERRA help? So your doTERRA Wellness Store has a lot of support for your energy levels. And we're going to talk about some foundational products. We're going to talk about targeted support. And then we're going to talk about essential oils as well. So many options, and we will touch on a few of them. We're not going in depth on any of them. As you can see, the lifelong vitality is super important. And the lifelong vitality is one that you definitely want to incorporate into your life. This is to help you get enough nutrients in your daily diet with smart supplementation. It's pretty difficult to get what we need in our regular diet, and our body simply will not work our best without adequate levels of nutrients. So we need to nourish our body. The Microplex, well, now it's called VMZ. So sorry, this must be an old picture, but it's okay. The Microplex is a multivitamin, and it is essential vitamins and minerals. The CRS is a cellular longevity and energy blend, and the E-Omega is essential fatty acids, carotenoid blends, and essential oils. The next thing is the MetaPower system. The reason I put this here is, along with nutrition, and nourishment for our bodies. We want to protect our cellular functioning, and really the MetaPower system is going to help with targeting our metabolic health. And we already talked about how important that is. The Assist in particular is one of the products in the MetaPower system. It is this one right here. It's the Assist. That one is taken with the largest meal of the day for optimal energy. It will support your body's ability to stabilize normal range glucose levels and sustain energy more evenly throughout the day. The entire system supports bridging the gap between lifespan and health span. To have a robust health span, we need energy. So these are super important and they are foundational. The next one is Mito 2 Max. Now, right now, apparently we are not able to get it, but I saw that we're able to get it hopefully at the end of the month. So Mito 2 Max is really the energy and stamina complex. So I would say we're teaching a class on energy essentials, essential energy. Mito 2 Max is essential. Mito 2 Max helps with mitochondria function. It's like fuel for the engine within your cells. I'm going to read you a little bit of information about it. The mitochondria is the powerhouse that's within the cell that the cell depends on to take nutrients from the cells, break them down, and help produce energy. They also, the mitochondria also breaks down waste and also helps with apoptosis, which is death of the cell and moving it out of the body so new cells can generate. If we don't have apoptosis, then we get that heavy load and it's like toxins in our body and it's weight, and they can also go rogue and reproduce. And that's when we have other more serious health issues. So Mito 2 Max is really remarkable in helping the energy life of the cell. And I'm going to read to you some of the ingredients in the Mito 2 Max. These are adaptogenic herbs and extracts. Acetyl L-carnitine increases energy production. Alpha lipoic acid is an antioxidant and it's vital for cellular energy and neutralizing free radicals. I'm sure you've heard some of these, and people often try to supplement individually, which that's fine if you know what you're doing. But doTERRA does know what they're doing, and the ratios of the different ingredients is super important for them all to work in our bodies. So coenzyme Q10 is another one that people try to target with. And it plays a significant role in energy production for the heart and muscle cells, which are super important to our energy. Another one is the lychee fruit extract and green tea leaf polyphenol extract. These increase circulation, decrease inflammation, and decrease oxidative stress. So those are important ingredients in the Mito 2 Max. Quercetin is in the Mito 2 Max. This is an antioxidant. We've heard a lot about quercetin in the last 2 years, how important it is for immune function. And it also decreases cell damage and increases recovery, which is going to give you energy. There's another adaptogen called Cordyceps mycelium, and this enhances respiratory health, physical endurance, hormonal health, increased libido, and liver function. Ginseng root extract increases energy and adaptation to stress, as well as stimulates the immune system by increasing the amount of white blood cells in the blood. And then ashwagandha. I'm sure you've all heard of that. This root is a powerful adaptogen that lowers cortisol by decreasing the mental and physical stress response. It also gives energy and vitality to the body. So I don't know. When I first heard about Mito 2 Max, I remember thinking, oh, this is like an energy drink, but it's healthy for you. And then when I learned what it's really doing and supporting, I'm just making sure that I take it anyway, because I want my cells to have their little power structure in their cells very healthy and strong all the way through my life. So the top uses for Mito2 Max are body fatigue and tiredness, adrenal fatigue, hormonal imbalance, libido, physical stress, anxiety, and poor circulation. So if you've not incorporated Mito2 Max into your routine, you might want to, because to me, it is something that I value very highly, and I'm glad to have it kind of in my toolbox. So the lifelong vitality is going to nourish your body. The Meta Power is going to protect your cells, and the Mito2 Max is going to give you the fuel within those cells. Now we're going to talk about targeted support. Oh boy. So this was the one where I started adding. And these, we have other supplements that I did not put in for digestion, like Terrazyme and PB Assist and, and Zendocrine. I mean, there's so many, but I did not put them all in. I probably should have put the Zendocrine soft gel in there, and I apologize, but that's okay. There's plenty here. So the targeted support, the foundation is the lifelong vitality and the Meta Power as needed. And then the Mito2 Max, since we're talking about energy. But the targeted support, if you need support with sleep, you might consider Serenity soft gels. And I'm not going to teach on all of these. I'm just going to touch on them. You also, for some people, Copaiba soft gels help with sleep. So those are targeted support. And even for some people, adaptive. If you have muscle and joint discomfort and unhealthy inflammatory response, then or overactive inflammatory response, you might want to be incorporating deep blue polyphenol complex into your life, or turmeric dual capsule, or the Copaiba as well. If you're feeling stressed and anxious, again, that's going to reduce your energy levels. So adaptive is what I would recommend. It calms the neurological and physiological response to stress and helps your body just feel calm. So then you have energy to do the things that you need to do and not just be spinning. So these are all things: sleep, pain, stress, they affect your energy levels. So you might need targeted support. And that may go in and out of different times of your life. You may not need them all the time. Then if your immune system is feeling a little stressed, then you might need On Guard Plus. This is another great one. Or if you have seasonal threats, itchy nose, itchy eyes, that will really wear you out. And Tri-Ease might be the targeted support you need. For cellular support, I love DDR Prime all the time, but if you're really working on something, if your cells are not cooperating in your body and you're having some significant issues with cellular health, the DDR Prime is something you might want to take regularly. And then the Digestin soft gels, or the peppermint enteric coated tablets or soft gels. Both of those are amazing for digestive support. Again, if you're having digestive issues, you're feeling bloated, heavy, weighty, you might need that, because that's going to bring down your energy. So all of these are things for targeted support. And the only one I didn't add that I would like to give a mention to are the Zendocrine soft gels, because I was trying to stay with oils in this targeted support. And that one is for liver, mainly liver, but your detoxifying organs, just targeted support for that. Okay, so now we're going to go into essential oils. Most of you, I think, are essential oil users, but before I go into them, I just want to talk quickly about the 3 ways to use them. We can use them aromatically, topically, and internally. So aromatically is opening the bottle, smelling the oil, putting it in the diffuser. That's one way to use it aromatically. Topically is on your pulse points, at the base of your skull, or on the area of need. And then internally, you pretty much, if you've taken any of these soft gels, you are taking them internally. And most of our oils are safe for internal use, and you can see that on the label. So I'm just giving that little disclaimer right now for anybody who might be new listening to this. So if you need help with that and the safe and effective way to use essential oils, doTERRA essential oils, please let one of us know, and we are happy to help you. So moving on to some oils that will support energy. Now, these two, there are so many oils that will support energy, but I wanted to highlight these because you can only get these right now if you get a post-convention kit. And the kit is still available. And it is, so it's got all kinds of amazing things in it, from the MetaPower system to what I'm sharing with you right now, and a few other things that we won't talk about. But if you're curious and interested, again, reach out to the person that invited you. So let's start with Spanish sage. So I'm going to show you with Spanish sage, this is one that you can actually use all three ways. Let's see if I can see myself here to make sure you can see. So the Spanish sage, you can use it topically. You can put a drop in your hand and rub your hands together, breathe it in. Whew, that is powerful. As you can tell. You can also topically rub it at the back of your neck. And at convention, they had us rub it and then they had us tap and do some tapping on our head. And what this does is alerts your brain. I'm going to get a drink of water because you can see how powerful it is. Yeah, super powerful. Alerts your brain and, excuse my voice. Wow. I'll keep going. Okay. Alerts your brain and really gets into your lungs. Not painful, just tickle. And it is good for energy. So alertness, focus, that surely alerted me. And it's also good for mental fatigue, and it's uplifting and helps with concentration. So the tapping, here comes my voice. The tapping is something that's good to do if you're feeling low energy, to just tap on your temples, you know, on your thymus gland, and even on your shoulders and your chest, on your neck. And with the aroma of the oil, you're really going to get an increased alertness level. And don't worry, it doesn't do that to your voice all the time. It's only because I'm talking a lot. So Spanish sage is known for its being an antidepressant. If you're feeling low mood, you might find low energy with low mood. So Spanish sage is something you're going to want to use. And it's also used for internal use. So you can get your supplement fact, see the supplement fact box on the bottle, and you can see that you can use it internally. So you might put it in just a drop in a little bit of honey, and you might put it in a beverage, or you can use it in cooking. I know Erlene mentioned last week that she can't wait to use it in her stuffing recipe. Spanish sage. This one will not be available until March 2023. I'm diffusing it right now with wild orange, and it smells amazing. So I love it. I love what it does for the brain. It's maybe beneficial for dementia, and it's shown to increase alertness levels and ability to focus. So that's a really great one. The other oils are the super mint. So I didn't get those out to show you. I just wanted to show you how powerful Spanish sage was. But super mint is available in January, but you can get it in the convention kit right now while they still have supplies of the post-convention kit. So super mint is 4 different mints: peppermint, Japanese mint, bergamot mint, and spearmint. And we know that mint oils are uplifting and energizing. And so you can imagine those 4 different mints are going to give you just a little different, just a little different support in different areas, but overall, they are going to help with enhancing physical and mental energy. They're also going to uplift your emotions and invigorate, stimulate, and energize your mind. So they come in the beadlet, which you can use for internal, the oil, just the oil in the bottle, which you can do just like what I did with the Spanish sage, breathing in, rubbing on the back of your neck. You can put it in your water, those sorts of things. And then the Supermint Touch is a roller bottle. So that's going to be good for topical use. And when you use it topically, it's going to help. You can roll it on your stomach for digestion and things like that. Again, these are things that when you're feeling stress or discomfort, your energy levels go down. So we want to have things on hand that are going to help. These are just 2 options, and there are many more. So we are going to go next into quickly the emotional oils. Remember, we talked about if your emotions are off the charts and they're going highs and lows, that's going to really drain your energy. So we have our emotional aromatherapy blends already set up for us, and you can look at this chart and see the impact of the different blends. So if a blend has got citrus in it, it's going to be energizing. It's going to help you feel optimistic and more creative. So these are the kind of energy boosting. If something is minty, it's going to give you more positive energy, help you feel courageous and confident, and on it goes. You can see spicy oils. They give you joy and enthusiasm, help you feel bold. And then really when you're dealing with other emotions, it's important to look at the florals and the trees and the herbs and grasses, because even if they don't necessarily bring energy to you, they're going to help with those other things that suck energy away from you. So uplifting your mood and helping you feel more calm is going to give you more energy. The next thing we're going to talk about is an essential energy protocol. And this is a protocol that is in the Oil Magic book. And they called it the Working Bee, but that just sounded too much like work to me. And I liked calling it the Essential Energy Protocol. So we're going to talk just quickly about this protocol and how it can help you to support your energy. There is a season for diligent work, and this protocol supports that. So if you're working on a project, or you just want to see if you can increase your energy over a certain amount of time, this protocol is recommended to be used during a specific project or time period where you really need to have a lot of energy and clarity and focus, or just maybe for, try it for 4 weeks to see if you can increase your energy along with some of the other things we talked about. So this won't take long to go over, but I just wanted you to see it. So for clarity and creativity, you're going to diffuse several drops of Citrus Bliss, or you can just inhale it from your cupped hands every few hours. Put a drop of Citrus Bliss in your hands and breathe in it. So that's going to help with clarity and creativity. And then peppermint and frankincense, you're going to take your thumb, put it on the top of the bottle, tip the bottle, and hold your thumb to the roof of your mouth for 30 seconds. You can do it with one and then with the other. You might want to start with frankincense and then finish with peppermint, because you might enjoy the flavor of peppermint a little better. But you're going to hold it to the roof of your mouth for 30 seconds on each one of those. And that's going to help with clarity and creativity. The next one is energy grounding. So super important to be grounded, because then your energy is not just like spinning out of control, but you're actually bringing it right here so that you have it at your fingertips to use. So Balance is going to be a great oil for that. And that is our product of the month this month. So if you order a 125 PV and ship on your LRP by the 15th, you will get Balance for free. You're going to want to rub 2 drops of Balance on the bottoms of your feet each morning to promote focus and start your day feeling grounded. You can apply it on your temples, over your heart, plenty of places, but the bottom of the feet is a great place when you think of grounding. Then for diffusing, this was very interesting, but patchouli is definitely a brain oil. Bergamot is very calming, and clary sage is kind of helps give you vision. So diffusing 2 drops of each of these, patchouli, bergamot, and clary sage during a long work day is going to help you kind of just stay with it and help you feel balanced. And then your body care and maintenance, you're going to take your LLV, that's your Lifelong Vitality, your Mito2 Max, and you're going to then choose any targeted support that you need. So this is the Essential Energy Protocol, and I think it's kind of interesting. So be sure and take a screenshot of that. This is 2 drops of each of these in a diffuser, and the peppermint and frankincense are on your thumb under on the roof of your mouth. And then diffusing or breathing in, and also bottom of the feet with the balance. So remember, it's your choice to choose and decide how to have and how to protect your energy. I love this quote, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege, precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, and to love. And that's Marcus Aurelius. So I invite you to get started in thinking about how you can add more energy to your life and how to protect it as well. And if you have not gotten started with essential oils, please reach out to the person that shared this with you or invited you, or to one of us in the Real Life Healing Group, and we can help you get started.